Hi, this is Stacie. I'm here on behalf of Jesse James Beads to show you how to make this fun bracelet using the November Magical Mystery Bead Box.
To create this fun bracelet design that would be a perfect gift for any friend or family member, you will need one of the Celestial Sparkle connectors, 2 of the silver spacers from Constellations, and some of the beads for Winter in the Woods bead. To create this bracelet, you'll also need a few other items. You will need some wire. I'm choosing to use Beadalon German style wire in 20 gauge. You can use other gauges of German style wire or craft wire if you prefer. You will also need a clasp. In this case, I'm using a lobster clasp and some jump rings, but you can use any clasp that you choose. The only tools that you will need to complete this design are a flush cutter, a round nose pliers, and a chain nose pliers. We are going to make a fun giftable bracelet using the rhinestone snowflake connector, as well as some of the beads from the Winter in the Woods mix. I have this laid out how I'm going to make the bracelet, but feel free to change that out. We are going to use simple loops to make this bracelet. So the first thing I did was cut 8 pieces of Beadalon German style wire in 20 gauge using my flush cutters. These pieces are about 2 inches each. We're gonna go ahead and make our first link. So the first thing you'll do is grab one of these pieces of wire that's 2 inches and grab that with your chain nose pliers. I use my finger just to push that piece down and make a 90-degree bend in the wire. And there's about 1.5 to 2 centimeters of length that you can see here. To make a simple loop, you're going to come in with your round nose pliers, grab the end of the wire and just roll it back. And again, it's not completely perfect, like mine is not here. You just come in and straighten that out. If you absolutely hate making simple loops, you can make your life simpler by starting with eye pins. So what we're going to do to make our first link is pick up my favorite, I call it the snowball bead, and you're going to put that on there. Then the next thing that we're going to do is put a simple loop on the other end. So again, use your finger to bend the wire at a 90-degree angle. I make my loops facing the same direction. I think it looks a little bit better that way, but you can do it any way you want, and it's really not very noticeable. So what you'll do is come in and cut the excess wire off using your flush cutters. So you're gonna leave about 1.5 to 2 centimeters as your tail. Come in again with your round nose pliers and do exactly what I did before. So you're gonna get really good at this. And just roll that back to make another loop. So we have our first link done. And then you're gonna go and do the same thing to create links from all of your other beads. I have created simple loops on each one of the components so that they can be joined together. Now all we need to do is join together the components. So I'm gonna start with this gorgeous snowflake and then connect it to my snowball. So all you have to do is, you're gonna treat these just like a jump ring. Grab it with your chain nose pliers, open it, connect it, and then twist it to close it. Just like that. You can see I've got these 2 joined together. I will show you how to connect one more. So twist to open, grab your next component, string it on, twist to close. Here's what the bracelet looks like when you have all of the different components connected via the simple loops. The next thing we're going to do is add on a clasp. And so all you have to do to add your clasp is just go ahead and open the simple loop on one end, add on your toggle or any other clasp that you desire, and then close that. And then another trick that I use just to make this more adjustable is I will add on a couple of different jump rings to the other end. That allows, if you're giving this as a gift, for somebody to have a couple different options on what length they want to make this bracelet. So if you don't know somebody's exact size, this is a great way to be able to add some flexibility. So I just suggest adding between, I don't know, 3 and 5 different jump rings. I'm using 6mm ones here. That's a great thing about using a lobster clasp. You could also go with a toggle clasp if you prefer. If you want to add a little extra pizzazz to your design, you can add on a few beads onto a head pin and create a little charm that you can just attach. By using 4 different links on each side, this created about a 7.5-inch bracelet. You can add additional links if you want to make your design longer. Thank you for joining me. Bye.